Hey guys, welcome to today's lesson. Now we're going to be doing a bit of an energy audit. Now the reason we're doing this is that I understand that when you're low in energy, your motivation will dip, you'll make poorer decisions regarding food and exercise, all that kind of stuff. So we just need to address this now, okay? And we're going to look at what energy actually is, what's causing low energy, and how we can actually move forward with it. And we're going to kind of do a 7-day audit here. So in 7 days, you should be feeling a lot more energetic if you follow through the steps of this training today, okay? So first up, we're going to look at why energy really matters. So when your energy starts dropping, when it tanks, everything is going to suffer as a result of this. You're going to have low energy, and it's going to really kind of cascade into other areas of your life. Poor decision making becomes normal, especially around food choices. You have to think about it. When you're tired, when you're naggy, when you're grumpy, you make bad food choices. I do, you do, we all do as human beings. So if we can have more energy, we're going to make far better food decisions, which is going to help impact our long-term health and fitness in a positive way. Your motivation is going to plummet. It makes it way harder to stick to your habits. It makes it way harder to get your workouts done, to eat good food, to be inspired. And your workouts will get skipped. You know, you'll miss your workouts, you miss your classes, you won't go out for a walk, things like this. They all start to be impacted by low energy levels, and it makes it way harder to build momentum and continue making the strides that we want to make moving forward. So this is why your energy is so important, and your energy directly impacts your fat loss, muscle building, your emotional well-being, your ability to remain consistent with your healthy habits. It's going to have a bit of a detrimental impact on your long-term health and fitness. So we want to have more energy, don't we? And I'm sure you agree with me. If you have more energy, you just enjoy life a bit more. So that's what we're looking at achieving here, okay? Now, the 3 energy killers, 3 big ones, really. So we're looking at poor sleep quality, inconsistent food patterns, and your hydration and movement deficits. They impact your energy directly. Now, first up, poor sleep quality. You might be rolling your eyes and thinking, Mark, that's fairly obvious. When I don't sleep enough, I feel crap the next day. Yes, very much so. So inconsistent bedtimes cause this. Late nights, if you're on your phone scrolling and you're not getting good night's sleep. Disrupted sleep patterns can also sabotage the next day, and it can really impact your energy in a massive way, by up to 30%. So that's nearly a third of your energy levels will be reduced because you aren't getting enough adequate rest. So it's very important that we do this, and we need to make sure that we're making it a priority. Now, I appreciate some people work night shifts, some people have young kids. Yes, but we can still optimize our sleep so we're going into the next day in the best possible state we possibly can be, okay? Inconsistent food patterns. Now, this is something I think people kind of overlook when it comes to your energy. But if you skip meals, if you rely on sugar a lot, if you eat at irregular times, it's going to create a lot of issues with your blood sugar, and it's going to create a bit of chaos. Okay, so these eating patterns that you are currently going through, or if you do have irregular eating patterns, will create insulin spikes. And what happens then is you're going to crash. What goes up must come down, and your energy will crash and it will tank, and it leaves you kind of reaching for caffeine. So you'll be overloading on caffeine. It leaves you reaching for more sugar, and it's a bit of a vicious cycle. And then we get the spike in energy, and then it drops again, and then the spike, and then it drops. So we want to kind of avoid that as much as we can by having more consistent eating patterns and more consistent meals of the foods that we are eating. And then hydration and movement deficits. So even if you're slightly dehydrated just by 2% of your body weight, it impairs your cognitive function massively. And that is also going to have a huge impact on your energy. Also, prolonged sitting reduces circulation and oxygen flow to the muscles and the brain, which again impacts your energy. So a lot of people underestimate how much hydration and movement really affect your daily vitality, which is what we want, isn't it? We want to be vitalized every single day. So the energy audit framework, this is how we're going to audit this. So I want you to rate your current state, okay? Honestly assess your sleep, your nutrition, your movement, and your stress levels on a scale of 1 to 10, and be as specific about what's working and what isn't in each category. So be brutally honest here, because we need to get to the bottom of this if you are suffering with low energy, which I'm sure at some point every single person watching this video or listening to this has done, okay? Secondly, identify your energy leaks. So look for patterns in your lowest scoring areas. These are your energy leaks, so we need to stop the leak, don't we? And the habits and behaviors that are draining your battery throughout the day come from this. So let's have a look at those leaks, and let's plug those leaks. And then we're going to select a couple of key focus areas. So just 1 to 2 key areas to improve this week. Nothing drastic. We're not going to overhaul your life completely. 1 to 2 key areas for you from what you've rated there to improve this week. So trying to change everything at once is going to overwhelm. It's not good and it's unsustainable. Small things, consistent habits, that is what gets the best results. You know this, guys. You know me enough by now. So looking here at your food and your fuel. Your energy foundation comes from food and fuel. The structure of your meals need to look a little bit more like this, okay? Protein, palm-sized portion to stabilize your blood sugar and support your muscle repair and keep you feeling fuller as well. Colorful vegetables, so at least 2 varieties to provide essential micronutrients. So these are really, really important. Smart carbohydrates, so good carbohydrates. Basically, we're looking at portion based on activity levels. So if you are training more often, you can have slightly more carbohydrates. But again, we don't want to overload with that because it is a form of sugar and we can crash after it. But we want to include some form of carbohydrates and then healthy fat. So a thumb-sized portion, and this is going to help with hormone production. It's going to help with satiety. So don't avoid healthy fats as well. So that's what we're kind of looking at in terms of a plate structure to optimize your kind of food energy levels. Hydration and movement, okay? Hydration target, 2 to 3 liters daily, minimum requirement really. If you're exercising and you're active, we need to be doing this. If you're not drinking that, this is probably why you are lacking energy to start with. So if you're watching this and you're like, I'm really tired, drink more water first and foremost, and then see where you're at after that. So we want to start your day with 500 milliliters of water before anything else. I have a liter first thing in the morning. So I'll wake up, I'll walk downstairs, I'll feed the dog because he's normally going crazy, and then I'll drink a liter of water. Literally 5 seconds later, I'm energized. I've got full energy. And it's crazy how much that actually works. So try that, okay? And once you've done that as well, I know drinking water can be a bit of a tedious task. Do that in the morning, and then most of your water intake's done out of the way, isn't it? And you can just keep topping up throughout the day. So do that first thing in the morning. I've put here 500 milliliters because I know not everyone can drink a liter, but if you can drink a liter, go for a liter. A good way of doing this is keeping a marked water bottle visible with you at all times. So whether or not you get that prepared the night before and it's just on the kitchen countertop or by your bedside, and then have it with you all day. And then set reminders if you need it to drink at regular intervals. If you really struggle drinking enough water, put a little reminder on your phone, a little alarm, and it'll just remind you, drink some more water. Come on, let's go. Movement then. So movement really does matter. So you want to break up sedentary periods throughout the course of the day, especially if you are sat down working quite a lot. We need to get up and move a little bit to get the blood flow going to the brain, to the muscles. So stand up and move for 1 to 2 minutes every single hour. Take a brisk 10-minute walk after meals. It will help improve digestion. It will help improve your blood sugar response, and incorporate simple mobility exercises during work breaks. So if you've got a little break, maybe do a few squats, maybe do some press-ups if you want, you know. These types of things can go a long way, and it will help you feel more energized and more vitalized. So 5 quick energy hacks here for immediate results. Morning sunlight exposure. If you can spend 5 to 10 minutes in natural daylight within an hour of waking, it's going to reset your circadian rhythm. It's going to boost your mood enhancing serotonin, and it's going to prime your body for better sleep later that day. It really does. Now, I know this isn't going to be achievable for everybody, especially in the UK when the winter kicks in. It's impossible, but do your best to do it in the summertime if you can. Daily mobility practice is another one we want to look at. So 10 minutes of daily mobility to improve circulation, reduce stiffness, activate your nervous system, just gentle flowing movements rather than static stretches. So just try and move around a little bit, maybe some Pilates, some yoga. Again, guys, you don't have to do all of these, by the way, just FYI. Number 3, strategic caffeine timing. So if I can speak, consume caffeine before 2 p.m. to prevent sleep disruption. It can take caffeine up to 10 hours to leave the system, so don't drink it any later than 2 p.m. if you can help it, because it will disrupt your sleep. Try delaying your first coffee for 90 to 120 minutes after waking as well. So we're just relying, so we're going to work with your natural cortisol rhythm rather than spiking it artificially, basically, with having some caffeine. Post-meal walking, a 10-minute walk after a meals will help kind of regulate your blood sugar spikes, improve digestion, and prevent any kind of post-lunch energy slump that can happen. So if you have got half an hour lunch break, have your lunch, 10 minutes for lunch, go for a 10-minute walk, sit at your desk for 10 minutes, look at your phone, whatever, and that's going to be ideal, you know? And then a bit of a bedtime wind down, so create a 30-minute pre-sleep routine. Turn off the screens. That blue light's just going to impact your eyes and impact you and stimulate your brain. Try a bit of reading, a bit of gentle stretching, maybe even some meditation, maybe even just sit there and talk to your partner. Who knows? These are going to signal to your body it's time to reduce melatonin, to produce melatonin, for a bit of a deeper sleep. So these work. Now, you don't have to get all of these into your routine. Of course you don't, but try incorporating 1 or 2 of these and build on that. And it will really help you kind of optimize your energy levels going into the next day, which is what this is all about. Okay. So this is your 7-day energy challenge. Now, your daily practice now is to rate your energy levels each morning and each evening, scale of 1 to 10, okay, like we spoke about before. Secondly, note potential factors affecting your scores. What is impacting the low scores? If you got a high score, don't even worry about it. Low score, what's impacting that? Implement one hack from this presentation today, and I want you to track your energy scores and how it changes over the course of the week. And you've got all week this week to do this. So remember, consistency with one small change will yield way better results than attempting to change everything at once. So think about that. Just change one thing, okay? 1 to 2 things this week. And if you want to, you can share your daily energy score in the group as well. Okay, it's going to increase that accountability, and that's going to increase your kind of follow through with this by up to 85%, guys. So be as accountable as possible. You can put it in the WhatsApp group, put it in the school community, whatever you want, but share it, or share it with me privately if you want to do it. But be accountable to this, and I want people to do this as well, because I appreciate, and most people will be lacking energy at certain points in life, and this is going to help you optimize that and just feel great. And the idea behind all of this is to feel great. So hopefully this has made sense. If you've got any questions, give me a shout, team, and I will speak to you later.